Thank you, President. My question is to the Minister for Science, Minister Ayres. Minister, under your watch, CSIRO has now copped the biggest job cuts in its history. More than 800 jobs lost over the past 18 months and another 350 science jobs to be cut in the months ahead. Both the CPSU and the CSIRO Staff Association has slammed your government, claiming these cuts are worse than under any anti-science, climate-denying LNP government. Genuinely, Minister, this is not something myself or anyone I know at CSIRO thought would be possible. Aren't you ashamed of this?
Thank you, Senator Whish-Wilson. Minister Ayres.
Well, Senator, I think it's important to step through in a careful way what it is that has been undertaken at the CSIRO. It is 15 years since the CSIRO has undertaken a proper strategic examination of its research priorities to make sure that every science dollar and this government every year has allocated close to $1 billion, close to $1 billion to the CSIRO to make sure that every science dollar is allocated to a program of research which is squarely within the national science priorities of the CSIRO and the government. And that is the exercise that the management and the board of the CSIRO have embarked upon. It is absolutely in Australia's national interest that the work of the CSIRO is directed absolutely directly at every one of those national science priorities and not in other areas. And that is the work that is going on. And I think that you will discover over the coming weeks and months that the areas of emphasis that the CSIRO and the programs of research that they are leaning into are absolutely in the national interest, absolutely in the interest of strengthening the CSIRO and making sure that it is fit for purpose for the decades ahead.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Whish-Wilson, first supplementary.
Thank you, President. Let's talk about the national interest. You publicly confirmed on Friday that CSIRO's Environment Research Unit, Climate, Nature, Water, Oceans, is set to bear the brunt of these cuts, with 20% of the unit's staff to be axed. 1 in 5 jobs to go, Minister. Isn't climate science and environment a national priority? You're making big claims about you caring about the environment and delivering environmental law reform, but you clearly don't give a fig about the environment, do you? You should be ashamed of this.
Thank you, Senator Whish-Wilson. Minister Ayres.
Well, Senator, thank you for that question. There is a reprioritisation. And I think that what you will find is that in areas like climate adaptation, in areas of particular focus like zoonotic disease, landscape pests, pathogen science, all of those questions that go to future resilience in terms of pandemics, climate adaptation, and a range of the areas that are squarely within the national interest and the national science priorities, that this is all about strengthening those areas. This is, of course, a difficult process. And these scientists are passionate Australians who are absolutely qualified in their areas of science, and we know that this is very difficult, but it is necessary and important work.
Senator Whish-Wilson, second supplementary.
Minister, what have you got to say to CSIRO staff, scientists, especially young, early career scientists, who are now going into Christmas not knowing if they will have a job next year? What message are you sending to young Australians who are aspiring to be a scientist?
Thank you, Senator Whish-Wilson. Minister Ayres.
Well, what I say to young Australians at school or studying at university in the sciences is that you should lean in hard and look hard for a career in the sciences, because it is important for our national interest that there will be a strong, viable credible, effective national science institution, working in a coordinated way with our university sector, our private sector research and our other science institutions on the issues that matter for Australia's future climate security, our future energy security, our future economic resilience, managing diseases, managing imported pests. These are all the priorities that the CSIRO will be focused on, and there's a lot of work to do.